Okay, so I'm alone. Hi, my name is Regina. I'm a cross-dresser. I am a drag entertainer here in the city of Houston. I'm a fucking mess. And I really like Broadway. In case you couldn't gather that from the fact that I'm on a podcast called Wines and Dolls. I host this little itty-bitty show. It's called The Broadway.
I'd like to propose a toast.
Welcome to Wines and Dolls, a podcast where Chelsea and Emily wine and talk about musicals. Welcome.
Wine is a double entendre.
All right. I'd like to propose a toast. That toast was ineffective because this glass is plastic.
That's why I reached for Chelsea. I gave you plastic because you'll notice I gave you plastic. That was not,
Was that a read? Because that sounded like a read, girl.
I think we've been reading it since you walked in the door.
Can I ask, where did that term "a read" come from?
Because
that's new to me, and I've heard it a lot recently.
So
where
I learned reading is the subtle art of throwing shade, but doing it in a very not underhanded, but like sneaky way.
Like giving you a backhanded glass. And
it's a little bit like a backhanded compliment. And I learned about it from Paris is Burning. There's a scene in Paris is Burning that really breaks down. It says like exactly what reading is. And that's, I can't quote it. I'm not going to quote it. But like, hi everybody, go Google Paris is Burning, the reading scene, and you'll learn what reading is. It's basically just like one of my favorite reads, and I love it, and I say it all the time, is, girl, that is so cute on you.
I've read somebody and not even known that I was reading
I definitely
them.
looked at my friend once. I go, I wish I could eat as many calories as you.
That's a read. That's a read.
Bitch, you said that to me.
I've said that to you. I originally said it to my Ariel teacher with a six-pack, so for what it's worth. I love you, Abby.
Love
Hi,
you,
Abby. Fuck
Hey,
you.
fuck you.
I don't know you.
Hey, Regina.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you whining about today?
You know, what's really disgusting is that I've listened to this podcast before, and I didn't think about what I'm whining about
It's really
today.
disgusting how you've listened to this podcast before.
No, no. It's not disgusing that I've listened. It's just that I didn't think about what I'm whining about today.
Neither do I.
Can we come back to
It
me?
can be a positive whine if you. Yes, we can come back.
I'll come back. I'll be third.
Okay.
Hey, Chelsea, what are you whining about today?
Hey, Emily. I'm gonna whine because for once in my life, I wanted to work today, and I feel terrible.
We are working.
No. This isn't work.
We're making
We're making
money.
art. We're making art. Farts.
This fart.
Excuse you. I thought I was being quiet.
I need you to.
Thought you could.
I need you to project out your ass.
Okay. Are we doing this together?
No,
So we just started rehearsals for Flat Stanley the musical. It's a teeny tiny little baby cast at Main Street Theater. It's so cute, and we're all loving it. And the music's really cute. We know all the music. We were supposed to start blocking a little bit more today. We blocked a little bit yesterday, but our director, Megan, threw her back out.
Megan!
Oh, so, well, here's
Megan,
the
throw it
positive.
back in.
I know, I gave her my throw it back.
Throw that back in a circle, Megan.
I told her, go to my chiropractor. They will unfuck your shit. You'll be
They'll
fine.
throw it back in
They
for
will
you.
throw it back in. But I forgot they're closed on Fridays and on the weekends. So,
Can I get their card?
yes.
Great.
King
King
Chiropractic.
Chiropractic. We have plugged them
We have
twice now.
Hi,
Yeah.
King Chiropractic. I am a queen looking for my king. Fix my back, please.
And they will.
And
Kelsey,
then
ask for
that will
Kelsey
be the
or
copyright
Bruce.
for their next commercial.
I love it
Oh.
so much. I wear heels
And our
and I
hands go
do
into
death
the
drops.
cushion.
Please fix my back.
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen me do
No,
a
I've
death
never
drop?
seen you do a
I was
death
going to say,
drop.
I wear
But
heels,
every
but then
time
But
I
if you
see a
join
death
our
drop.
Patreon for $20,
I will absolutely death drop if 5 people from this episode join your Patreon. I will come on sometime, whenever this airs, and I will do a death
Wait,
drop.
5 people?
Five
$5.
people. 5 people on the $20 level. I'll do it.
Done. Okay.
And I've never done a death drop at any gig before. So
5
I will have
people,
the
$20.
King chiropractors waiting
standing
in the
by.
corner.
I was about to say, I was like, they can't even be waiting for my call. They need to be here on site.
Kelsey, Bruce, I need you here now.
Bring the AED. I'm going to need a shock to get me back up.
All right, cast of Broadway.
$20. I know you all like to see Regina in pain, so
I will.
Fucking bitch.
Sorry, I just read the entire cast.
Yes, you did.
I mean, you right,
You
but
did.
still. Oh, God.
So anyway, Megan threw her back out.
Yes.
But the good wine, the really good wine, like what I'm drinking right now, this La Marca.
La Marca, $14
Good $14 wine. We went and got brunch instead. We sang through our songs with our music director, and then we went and caught brunch. And so
Where'd you
I've
go
been
get brunch?
drinking since 10 a.m. So
You better,
This
girl. What a good
explains
Friday.
so much.
how
Just-
I was
I just
slow to
didn't
answer
realize-
your text messages.
Well, no, because I slept until 10 a.m.
Damn.
So
Fuck you both. Jesus.
you don't
I
have tequila
stage-managed
yet.
opera with children this morning.
Actually, I woke up and saw your story, and it said like
No.
48 minutes ago, and I was like,
I live
You like my
that.
table thought?
Yes, your
My table thoughts
are
right
good.
now?
You
Thank
should
you.
turn that into a.
I'm doing it all
show.
year. I'm doing it. Well, I mean, I'm not a full show, but I'm going to do it all year. And I was going to do it for every single show that I've been in, like that we do. And then today we did 2 shows and I only did 1 table thought. But
Oh,
it's because I've been listening to Kesha all day. And like
Yeah.
that, my second table thought is still listen to High Road on Spotify. Buy it. High Road by Kesha
High
on
Road.
Spotify.
I will.
That is High Road by Kesha. Available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play.
Give us money, Kesha. We are literally plugging you right
I'm gonna
now.
put it in show notes.
Show notes.
But I do know that Opera to Go is almost completely booked.
Ooh.
That's
which
like
is-
90 shows this semester, right?
The lip quivered.
We hit performance 72 today.
Wow.
Hey, Emily,
Hey, Chelsea.
what are you whining about?
What am I whining about?
God damn it. Every time you always answer
Take a drink.
question. Oh, hey, Regina.
I'm sorry,
out.
we're doing a drinking game today. That is right. Every time you hear my
Yep.
name, you have to drink.
Oh, we play this game every time we record.
Has
and
anybody
Chelsea,
heard from James?
get out of here. I'm whining because Chelsea teased us all and was like, look, I have an Anna wig and a costume. And we're doing a live stream, so maybe I should do it as Anna. And I'm like, yes, please.
She did
Because Regina's going to be here and she's already...
Time to do the makeup.
And then she didn't dress
Neither
as
did
Anna.
I.
Regina just naturally walked. She rolled out of bed, comes in here, looking fabulous.
If I'm gonna be Princess Anna, I have to be Anna, not this white ass bitch right here.
Anna
You
is
know
a white
Anna
ass
is
bitch.
a white ass bitch.
She is, but no. When I play Princess Anna, when I do parties and gigs and shit like I have tomorrow, I am in full makeup. I feel like a drag queen when I do. When I
Anna's a
do
drag
Anna.
queen.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
I do
yeah.
Princess
Well,
Party.
You have to.
wait. We were worried
Love
about
it, but I didn't have
copyright
time.
with Disney, so her new name is Fauna.
It's not Elsa, it's Felsa.
Elsa and Fauna.
Felsa and
Fauna.
Fauna.
I will go put
Copyright.
the wig on in just a moment if you would like.
I
But-
would like.
might love that.
If you want
That's
the
what I'm
full
whining
dress.
That way you can be the only person here wearing a wig today.
Yeah.
That-
Wig,
But I
so-
don't want to wig it out or anything.
Oh, that.
Sometimes you have to pay to go on a ghost tour to hear that joke, but everyone gets it free here
girl,
on the
We all
podcast.
just got it free.
I'm,
I can't get treated for free for that. No, that one I got to go to the clinic to get treated for, but that's okay. We'll survive.
who wants another shot?
Emily needs one.
We're 12
Again,
Again,
minutes
she's
in.
got to get it from the clinic, though. I'm a comedian.
Who are you?
I'm the Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh,
You
okay.
are.
There's a cat
So-
nuzzling me.
Hi, Regina. You've probably heard this question. Oh wait, you haven't given us your wine.
So, hey, Regina.
Regina.
Hey, Regina.
Hey,
Regina.
hey,
Regina,
hey,
Regina,
hey,
Regina,
Emily
Regina.
and Chelsea.
Regina.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, what are you writing about today?
I am okay. So I'm whining. I'm whining about the same thing that I've been whining about for like months, and it is my day job. It is not the act of my day job because I work for the Houston Grand Opera during the day, and I love it. HGO is a wonderful, wonderful company to work for. However, I found out this year that I was going to spend multiple minutes every day underneath a table that is 3 feet tall.
First, you had to find a way out of the closet,
Exactly.
and now you have to
you've
find a
got-
way out of
out of the
the
table.
Walked
table.
out of the closet under a table.
And under
Yeah.
a table.
Yeah.
So especially since you're 6 foot something.
6'2". I'm 6'2" when I'm a man and not dressed the way I am right now.
You're a man?
Surprise. The Adam's
is real
apple should have
hair.
given it away. Yeah, the real hair out on the Adam's apple should have been the real kicker.
I was talking about the real hair on your head, but okay.
Yeah.
No, this is from a lady.
This is from-
No, so I spend anywhere, I spend about 15 minutes of this show that we're stage managing right now. I spend it crammed under this table that's 3 feet tall. And I do that anywhere from 3 to 12 times a week.
Good Lord.
And it is...
And usually it's 12 times a week, if I remember.
Because I feel
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
do need kink chiropractic to
I do,
straighten
honestly.
your spine.
I woke up yesterday and like rolled out of bed, and when I tell you that from the middle of one shoulder to the middle of the other shoulder it was like one block of sore all the way across my back, and it was sore all day, and I rolled it out on a foam roller when I got home, and that helped a little bit. But like, y'all, I hadn't done this show for a month and a half, and I
Yeah.
thought I had strengthened myself by not going to the gym at all.
No.
And
Same. The pizza should have really helped you.
right, it's carb loading. That helps with your muscle mass.
Was it French 77 or
French
French
75.
75? I don't know.
77 will be what I'm drinking in 2 years. So there you go.
I got it.
No, but yeah, I love my job. I do. I just really wish that I was doing more for the Houston Grand Opera while I wasn't on my knees under a table.
That's just what you would do in the weekends.
That's what I do on the weekends. I am an HGO girl.
You're
I am too.
Go, girl.
Okay.
You know what you should try is the Theracane. The sex toy I got Chelsea.
She got me a sex toy for Christmas. Do you want to see it?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna go get
Also,
it.
what sort of intense friendship is this?
No, I got her a coloring book of cat butts.
I heard about that.
Yes,
I saw
and then
because that was something that got mentioned in the podcast.
Yes.
Oh.
This is us riffing as Chelsea's getting her sex
I can
toy.
riff as long as I'm not singing, and then I cannot riff.
Look, you just did it.
Thank you.
so
I'm so
pretty.
talented.
I'm watching your lip gloss. Like, I'm like,
This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss.
oh.
Yes, I think I might have borrowed it from my roommate, but that's
Ooh,
okay
Aiden.
because he doesn't use it. Actually, that's a lie. He used it very recently, but I used it on Monday and I fell in love with it. So now I'm using
So
it
now,
too.
see, my lip gloss is saliva. It's natural made. my natural.
I said, what sort of cosmetic company is Saliva? Tell me more about Saliva. Are they all natural?
They're all natural.
They
paraben
vegan?
free,
They're paraben free too.
not
Good.
tested on animals.
Good, not tested on animals. They are vegan, cruelty free.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
I wear it all the time. Always readily available.
I don't use Saliva. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with them.
Yeah.
I use Sweat, spelled SWEAT, pronounced Sweat.
Not
The Americans like to pronounce it sweat, but they're wrong.
yachts.
This one's the Theracane.
Oh my god.
So this will help you with your rectangle of mess.
Are we like here? Is that
So you
what we're
put
doing?
one hand there, and you go,
You go
onto your.
That's me. It's beautiful.
So you find the knot and you just.
Oh, I don't know
yeah.
where. Oh
It's
wow.
beautiful. Also,
Wait a minute.
there's two
This is
balls.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure you drink water.
Why don't you tell us about your one woman show?
So Regina, tell us about your one woman show.
So, oh my god, Emily, Chelsea, thank you for bringing it up. Last month in December, I put together a one-woman show that goes by the name of From Redacted to Regina. It was kind of like the story of how Regina Blake Dubois became the character that people know her as today. I talked a lot about my life in Plano before I moved to Houston, which is not something that I actually have ever really discussed publicly. And talked about some of the drama and kind of the nastier, not so pleasant things that have happened in my drag career in the last year or so. And it was great. It was fun. It was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. But
So, Miss Texas, that must have been like a lot to do.
it was indeed.
Do you want to? We don't have to talk about
Well, I
it.
mean, we can. I don't
Unless you want
care.
to.
If you had asked me like 6 months ago, I wouldn't have said anything. But now I'm at a point where I don't care enough. In 2018, I competed to be Miss Gay Texas America. I was the reigning Miss Gay Galveston America for a full year. I had a wonderful time working with Todd Slaughter, my amazing promoter who was an angel and a half, and I love him. But then I went and I competed for Miss Gay Texas America. I won.
Yeah.
I was Miss Gay Texas America for a grand total of 9 months.
You can have a baby in that time.
I could have had a baby.
A whole
it's very
entire
true.
baby.
A whole one. Instead, I had a lot of self-loathing and self-doubt. I was reigning and I was doing the things that, or as much of the job as I could put myself into. And I just learned very quickly that I was not doing what I wanted to do with my career. I was living somebody else's dream for my career path. Yeah. And it got me to a point where inevitably I was like, I don't care enough about this to do this job well. I don't feel passionate. I don't feel connected with these people. I'm not feeling like I've got to be my true authentic self since the crown went on my head. And
you're playing a character.
Yeah, but not
the character you want to
not
play.
a character I wanted to play. I was very much a soap actor who auditioned for a show, wanted to be the lead, got cast as the mother, and had to like make do with what she got.
Gotcha.
Like that was a good way of describing it. And I just felt like for those entire 9 months that I wasn't being me. I didn't get to be authentic. I was having to be my drag mother's daughter, and I was not my drag mother's daughter. And so I got to the point where inevitably I said, this is not worth the stress. This is not worth the mental turmoil. This is not worth this is supposed to be the best year of my life. And this has felt like the worst year of my life up to this point. I've hated every second of this. So eventually I just went, no, I'm done. I don't care enough to keep up with this. I don't need to be a part of this sisterhood. Do I respect the people that I met in it? Yes, absolutely. There are some amazing, incredibly hardworking people in the pageant system that deserve their titles and deserve to serve their communities in ways like that. But it's not for me.
Oh, Regina.
Yes.
What is your favorite musical that you would like to talk about today? A little bit. A lot.
A lot? I mean, I don't know. So there's a lot, to be fair. Like my favorite musical right now is Six. It is Six, opening on Broadway in like 2 weeks.
Woo, yes,
and by the time it airs, it will have been open for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's opening very soon. My favorite musical of all time, period, since like my whole career or whatever, has been Ragtime. I love Ragtime. I honestly don't think there's a better musical in the entire canon. But I would have to say that right now, it's Six.
Six.
By Lucy Moss and Toby Marlowe.
Six.
Genius. We are one of a kind. No category. Too many years. Lost in history.
Too many years.
We are
one of a kind.
They say free, but it's 3. We are 3 to take our crowning glory. 4 or 5 more minutes. We are 7.
What? And with that, we're going to take a brief break so Chelsea can be.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh God, she's back.
I heard your loud booming voice from the bathroom.
My loud booming voice. Shut up. You maxing out that way.
She literally comes out here with Cheetos and second set of Cheetos and pretzel chips. And one of the things I've told Chelsea is that we had to watch out for what we eat on the podcast because we get this on the recording and it's impossible to edit.
I love knowing this. I took off a ring because I thought it was making too much noise.
Yeah.
I talk with my hands a lot.
You did. You were doing this.
If you want to see me talk with my hands, come to the Broadway every Monday night at 9 p.m.
If you wanted to use your hands on
At Michael's
you,
Outpost.
please, you dedicate a little bit of your money to our Patreon.
That's different. $20 is the death drop.
Should we talk about consent on our podcast?
Please, dear God.
Performers. Yeah.
Drag is not consent.
Drag is not consent.
Just because we are performing for you does not give you the right to touch us. I don't know what it is. Y'all, this human hair wig is the thing that's sending me, okay? I'm just getting sassy and mean and gross.
It's not the Malbec, it's the wig.
That's a little bit of both.
Chelsea and I were talking about when we met you, and we've also met a boy named Redacted.
Yes.
And those experiences. Do you want to talk about that,
I never told you my experience.
I feel like you
Please,
should
go
know
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
So, I met Regina
Yes.
at the Broadway before I was a baby, and I was one of those people that you were like, it's going to take me like 10 times for you to come to a show, for me to understand who you are and recognize you.
Very that. And
As a
spoke
human.
honestly.
You were very honest about that. I was like, okay, cool, I'll come back. And then it just so happened I came back for the auditions, and then I became a baby. And so we had our very first baby rehearsal at Lauren's house.
I do remember this because this is the first time you... Okay, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was like sitting there, we were singing the music, and then like this redheaded boy walks in. This very tall, adorable redheaded boy walks in.
real
With
hair.
like no makeup on his face and real short
Real
red
human
hair.
hair.
Real human hair on his
I wonder, Chelsea, who was it?
he sat down and just like sat there in the corner listening to us singing, nodding, and then started giving suggestions to our stuff. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Lauren, did you invite your boyfriend? Who is this? It's like, he belongs here, but who is this? Who is this? And then I heard your voice, and I was like, oh, it's Regina. Okay, oh my God.
Surprise.
Oh my God, is boy name redacted right now?
Yeah,
I
no, I
was
just showed up
so-
incognito to that rehearsal, and y'all
And I
didn't know.
figured
You,
it out.
Rana,
I
and
was like,
Seth had never seen me on a face before.
Oh shit, that's Regina. We can't
And
talk
I'm
shit
just
about
imagining
Regina.
the three of you like talking to each other, and Lauren, everyone going, hey.
Were you saying that you were going to talk shit about me at your first rehearsal after you were elected into the Broadway Babies by our audience? You were going to talk shit before you even come in and worked day one?
I didn't vote for her. I'm just kidding, I voted for you.
I didn't vote for anyone. I wasn't allowed to. I just counted the votes at the end of the night. We had one tie in the voting for the Broadway Babies, and they both made the cast.
There you go. I met
Just talked about
you.
it.
I had gone to your show, and I had either just performed in your show or was about to in Broadway. So I was with Amanda. And we went to Guadalamp. And Amanda told me that Blake Jackson was going to meet us.
Aw, I
who
love Blake.
is like a tall, skinny, pale guy.
Oh my God, did you think I was Blake Jackson? When we met?
Well, this tall, skinny, pale guy approaches me when Amanda was somewhere else, at Guava Lamp in the dark. And I look at Regina and I go, "You must be Blake." And you go, "No." But then you smiled, and I was telling Chelsea, your smile is very, what's the word?
Particular?
Yes, we'll go with that word. And I'm like, I think I hit the ground and was like, "Oh shit, it's Regina."
Why don't I
So-
remember that? I would have loved being thought of as Blake Jackson.
Okay, so we talked about Six, your favorite musical.
Six.
Did we really? Did we
Briefly
like?
Let's talk
touched on
more.
it before
It was.
we all
We
went
like
pee.
dipped into the world.
Can you tell us a little bit what is Six about for those of us who don't know?
So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with my favorite musical of all time, Six is a musical that features the stories of the six amazing, wonderful women who married the man who fucked up the Catholic Church, aka King Henry VIII. Fucker, indeed. But no, they take all six of his wives and they put all of them in basically this girl group. And over the course of the show, they all are competing, quote unquote, to see who had the worst time with him. Who got fucked over the most by King Henry VIII.
I haven't seen the show yet. You have.
I've seen it
not know
twice.
that.
I have seen it twice and I love it. But like in the show itself, they have little speeches. It's one act. There's no intermission. You power through the whole thing, and they have little scenes where they all kind of talk and tell their story a little bit. But every single singer has a solo. They have a group number that opens it. They have a group number in the middle of the show, and they have a group number at the end of the show. And the thing that's really special about it is that the entire creative team behind the show is all women or non-binary individuals.
Okay.
Yes.
There are no men, quote unquote men, that are connected to the show at all. It is so women empowerment heavy. They take this story that all of us have heard, all of us are familiar with, and know as, we know them as they were the wives.
Natalie
You know,
Portman.
divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. That's how we know so many of them. And it tells this story that people are taught in every single school, every public school, every private school. Everyone knows about King Henry VIII. But no one ever talks about the wives except for the fact that they were married. And the show is so special in that regard. It features women's stories. It tells these women's stories in a way that relates to a man, but doesn't revolve around the man. You know? And that's what I think is what makes it so special, is because they all come together at the end and they all realize that, like, oh no, he was an asshole. Why are we trying to compare ourselves when that's what everybody else does with us? Let's just bond over the fact that this man fucked us over. We're better off without him. And then they, you know, their closing number is them all coming together as the power girl group that is Six.
Unifying is a man screwing them over.
Yeah.
The unifying factor. I love that.
Exactly.
Okay.
They come together and they bond over the fact. It starts out as, well, who got fucked over the worst? And it ends with, wow, we all got fucked over and we're better because of it. And it's just stunning. And it's so, the sound is so unique for Broadway. It doesn't fit the musical theater spectrum that people are used to. The fact that it's so women heavy, it's so women driven, it's special, it's unique, it's what Broadway needs right now.
Yeah.
And
It started off as just like a small little thing for like a competition season, is what I heard, right?
Yeah, it was competition season. When it moved on from that, it bumped very briefly into the Ren Fest world, from what I understand. And all of this was going on in the West End, because it started on the West End before America finally kind of got hooked onto it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it opened on the West End, performed there for 7 or 8 months. And then it got announced it was moving to Broadway. They have a West End tour. They are touring in Australia as well. I don't know if that's happening right now, but they have an Australia tour. They're also working on the Norwegian cruise line ships. They're going to do that there. And now they open on Broadway in like mid-February.
Was it West End Chicago Broadway, or was it West End?
West End.
West End. I'm sorry, they did do a Chicago run. That's how I got
how you
to
saw
see
it,
it.
yeah.
West End. Then the trial run for Broadway happened in Chicago.
So did they add numbers to that one, or it's still the same?
It is
as
the
it was?
exact same show.
So, Regina, do you ever go to your day job or other jobs in drag, like today?
I didn't today. I did not today. No. I have previously though. There was a day where it was a Monday night, and normally we only work during the day because we perform at like schools, libraries, and community centers. Well, there was one day where we performed at the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is wonderful. And I loved, it was amazing to get to be there. However, they scheduled us on a Monday night. And a Monday night is when I do the Broadway. So we did opera during the day, and then we had an afternoon performance, and then we stopped, and then we had a performance that evening. So during that 3-hour break, I drove home, put my face on, went to the Ronald McDonald House, walked in with my entire cast. Normally I walk in alone and I check in. I walked in with the whole cast. Walked up, everybody else spoke for me, everybody else covered everything. I did all of my jobs as the stage manager. I handed off props, I did quick changes, I did everything I needed to, but I didn't do my normal pre-show speech that I do because I was in all my makeup, and I didn't do Q&A at the end because I was in all my makeup. I just stayed hidden. But it happened in the moment, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go to work and do the full drag and do the full gig. But that's the only time that I've ever done opera to go as Regina. There was one time when I was most recently stage managing. I was the head stage manager on a production of Miracle on 34th Street. There was one day where we had a show, and I also host the Out at Tuts night at Theater Under the Stars, which happens every second Thursday of their runs of their shows that they do. And it's a little after party for the cast and for members of the audience.
So
they can come. We just have a good time. They have singers, they've got food, I perform, I get drunk, it's great.
It's fun.
But there was a day where I was doing Miracle on 34th Street, and hi cat, hello. A cat just nuzzled my foot. I'm very happy.
Nibble doesn't nibble it.
Hi, nibbler.
Nibbler.
Nibbler, not a
Nibble,
nibble.
nibbles.
Nibble, you can nibble on me.
It's
That's
like
fine.
swipe or no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
Nibbler,
Nibbler,
no
no nibbler. There you go. Nibbler, no nibbling. There you go. Not nibbler, no nibbler. What the hell? I called the show. I did my job as a stage manager that day, but because I was going to Out at Tuts immediately afterwards, I called the first half of the show in just my makeup. During intermission, I got dressed And the second half of the show, I called in my makeup and my outfit. And then as soon as we got to curtain call, I turned my soundboard up, I turned my light board up, and I was like, okay, y'all know the last 4 cues of this show, right? You can take them on your own. Great, I'm out of here. Picked up my stuff, ran out the door. My ASM Stephanie Britton is an angel. Stephanie Britton is an angel, a goddess, a godsend, a fantastic stage manager
beautiful human being
that deserves all the love and praise. Every theater company in Houston should hire her. She's amazing. She's so talented. But because of Steph and because of my amazing light board op and my soundboard op at the time, I stepped away. I went and I did Out at Tuts, and they handled the show.
Yeah.
It was great. I got to scare a lot of the audience members when they looked in the booth and they saw me in full drag. My grandmother was my religion teacher.
Oh, my religion teacher.
It worked out so well.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Mima.
Mima.
She's my Mima. Yeah.
Does she know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No. My entire family found out. My immediate family found out about drag because I told them about it. I was very open about it.
Well, your dad comes to a lot of performances.
He's come to a couple now, which has been lovely. My extended family, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, they found out thanks to a thing that happened that got me a lot of news coverage,
BuzzFeed?
like nationally, and BuzzFeed and NPR and all of that stuff. That happened. They found out then, and they were proud because I was doing a good thing, but very upset because I didn't feel comfortable to tell them. And I was like, we're a full Catholic family. What makes you think I'm going to come in and show up at Thanksgiving and be like, by the way, the reason why I don't have eyebrows is... I told them I was dared to burn them off.
You had alopecia just there.
I had to come up with something. I came home one year and they didn't know that I did drag, but my parents did. And so I came home, we sat down for Thanksgiving. My grandfather went, "Where are your eyebrows? What happened?" And I straight up went, "I got drunk and someone dared me to burn them off." I said that over doing drag because I didn't want to tell my grandfather that I did drag.
What was that little thing that you did?
Okay. All right.
Okay. There's a reason we have you as an industry hero.
I guess.
I feel like we should give her a trophy.
I ain't shit.
You are an industry hero.
So a couple years ago, Houston got hit with a rather nasty storm known as Hurricane Harvey.
A dick named Harvey.
A dick named Harvey. Wasn't the first one. That's for damn sure. During Hurricane Harvey, the Broadway naturally got canceled. And it was like day 3 or 4 of the rain at that point.
It was 40 days of rain.
And yeah, that's what it felt like. We were everyone had been stuck inside. It was right before it had gotten so bad that there was like crazy amounts of flooding and people were getting out of their homes.
It was like
the attics.
The Monday night. It was like Monday, because Sunday is when it really got bad.
Yeah, and then Tuesday is when it kicked off. And people were screwed everywhere.
Yeah.
The Broadway cast, when the show got canceled, we all were chatting and talking for a second. We were like, we want to do the show. We should do something because people are stuck inside. We need to give them a reason to not think about what's going on outside the 4 walls of their home or their apartment, whatever it is. So we got on Facebook Live. I got on Facebook Live and did the Broadway Live. I was hosting and chatting and talking shit. And the cast of the Broadway came on, and because this is right when Facebook had started you can guest appear in other people's live videos. So we had them, the other members of the Broadway, they came on the show, quote unquote.
They came on the live
live
Facebook
feed.
show.
Yeah. And did a number, performed a number, and we had information up behind us about, if you like this number, you can donate to this Venmo and this PayPal, and all the money that we raise today is going towards the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. And we started it, and we're like, it's gonna happen. And then, 100 people or something tuned in to watch it. At one point, I think we had over 100 people watching the live stream.
Wow.
And that doesn't sound like a lot, but in the world of Facebook Live, when you haven't done any advertising, when you throw the show together in 24 hours, yes, that's a lot of attention.
In the world of Broadway, which really only has, it's a lot of people, but it's 50 people.
Especially at the time, it was nothing. We were very early on in the show process. And over the course of that day, and then we ended up doing another live feed 2 days later because there was still rain. We were still all trapped. but we raised just shy of $5,000
Yeah.
off of money from
realized that.
just donations from these people. And
It's like Venmo and PayPal.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and all of it went donated to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. Some of it, not all of it. A good chunk of it went to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. Some of it went to the Montrose Center because we wanted to make sure that the money that was being raised was going to LGBTQ plus relief.
Yeah.
And that's what the Montrose Center was doing at the time. So we did that. And because it got so much attention, because it was something so unique at the time, NBC, NPR, BuzzFeed, a couple of the Houston Chronicle, a lot of big publicity people reached out to me and were asking about, why you did it. I was on the cover of Outsmart. I was one of 5 people that was dubbed a Harvey hero, which was crazy to me because the whole reason why we did it was like, we were bored.
Yeah.
My neighbors and I were bored. We were tired of being stuck in an apartment where we were fine. We were getting no flooding. We still had power. We still had water. We still had internet. We were totally untouched by the storm. And we were sick because we were seeing all of these people that were suffering and were stuck in other situations. We're like, how can we help? What can we do?
Yeah.
And we did the thing, and it turned out to go really well, and people really loved it. And
That's amazing.
shit happened. I don't know why. I still don't know why, but like, it was very popular. We raised a lot of money, and that was one of the things that kind of, I personally think that was one of the things that cemented the Broadway in like the face of the Houston art scene, the Houston drag scene.
Yeah.
Because
That's when
we
I
did
started to
something
hear
that was
about
good.
you guys.
Yeah.
Was after Hurricane Harvey, because I lived in Katy at the time, so I hadn't heard of any drag shows happening in Houston. So after Hurricane Harvey, I was like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
There's a drag show in Houston?
Odds
drag
are.
show?
Only one. We're the only drag show.
Only one.
We were voted best drag show in Houston.
We did. We won Best Drag Show in Houston in 2018. And we're very proud of that. That was very early on in the show. We've done a lot of growing since then. We have now started a second show. We've started Brunch with the Broadway at Piggy's Kitchen and Bar every first, third, and sometimes fifth Saturday of every month.
Sometimes Sundays if the weather's terrible.
Sometimes
on
Sunday
Saturday.
if the weather is not great. We're trying to make that not be a common
So
thing.
if it's a 5th Sunday, do you still come back the first Sunday? So you do 2 weeks in a row?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm now starting a new show too.
I just was
at
about to
Avant
ask
Garden,
about
and
Rosé's show.
Yes, the Wine and Wine.
Wine and Wine.
It sounds so much like Wine
So
and Dolls.
familiar.
It does. It really does. And it's honestly, like, I heard about the show concept and I was like, oh, they would get a kick out of this.
yes.
They're gonna,
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
starting on February 9th, which is probably before this episode comes out, but there you are. Starting on February 9th, happening every other Sunday at Avant Garden here in Houston. We are starting a new show that goes by the name of Wine and Wine. First wine spelled like meh, but second wine spelled like
Delicious.
you can't. I'm sipping my wine.
It's a double entendre.
It's a double entendre.
That's a double entendre. There we go. But, we are. It's hosted by Rosé, a lovely lady, and features the wonderful talents of myself.
Boo.
She ain't shit.
I don't know her.
Adriana LaRue, one of the rising stars of Houston right now. Hugh Dandy, a winner of Dragon On, a competition here in the city.
we
Adriana also won Desi's Drag Race as well. She's one
okay.
of my DDR sisters. And then Carmina Vavra is also part of the cast, one of our Broadway cast members as well.
Mina.
And it's a drag variety show because all 5 of us, including Rosé, we do very different styles of performances.
Yeah.
But we're all together for one amazing show. And the really fun thing about it is that during intermission, people who come to the show get to write a little topic down on a slip of paper and throw it in a basket. And then in Act 2 of the show, after we perform, each one of the performers or special guests either pulls a topic, or we all pull one topic and we all talk about it, but we bitch about the topic for a minute. We get 60 seconds to talk shit about whatever we pull out of the bucket.
So we're doing 60-second bitching.
60 seconds of bitching. It's amazing and wonderful. And I'm very excited to start it. It's going to be a good show. We're at Avant Garden. We are at Avant Garden, February 9th at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
Every 7 p.m.
Because
yes.
No
one wants to be drunk
there
at 7 a.m.
At 7 a.m. So Regina, you're gonna go
Yes.
see a show tonight. Are you excited?
I am. I'm very excited. I'm going to see The Band's Visit. Broadway Across America is bringing it to the Hobby Center tonight. It's at the Hobby Center right now, but I'm going to go and see it tonight with one of our fellow Broadway babies, Rana Mansfield.
Yes, Rana.
A true angel and a goddess.
So Regina has to jet off to the Hobby Center. But if you would like to follow where can the people find you?
Find you?
They can find me, like I said before, every Monday night at Michael's Outpost at 9 p.m. for the Broadway. I go and we're a weekly musical theater themed show, and I do things, and we have special guests, and I just talk a lot of shit for a long time.
She does things.
So I should put that kind away, you nasty. You can also catch me every first, third, and sometimes fifth Saturday at Piggy's Kitchen and Bar for brunch with the Broadway. You can also now catch me every other Sunday at Avant Garden for Wine and Wine. Or if you don't like leaving your apartment like I am, then you can follow me on Instagram at Regina Blake Dubois. You can follow me on Twitter, where I'm very funny and self-centered. And my Twitter is at Regina B. Dubois, because the whole name won't fit on Twitter. Of course. Or you can add me on Facebook, Regina Blake Dubois. And there's like a 75% chance that I'll accept your friend request.
75%. That's pretty good.
75. If you don't send me a message with the friend request, I definitely will not accept it.
I'm so glad that we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I get so many random weird individuals who are like, I want to be friends with you, and really it's just I would like to send you a dick pic. And
you know what I
thank
realized,
you,
though?
but no.
I don't think you follow me on Twitter. You definitely don't follow Chelsea.
I don't tweet.
I didn't realize you were on Twitter.
She's not.
Let it be known, I am following you on your old one.
On my old one, but because this is my bitch Twitter. But I have a new one. It's
MBEE909.
Who really tweets anymore, y'all?
So you can follow my personal Twitter at EMBEE909. MBE909.
B followed by 2 E's. It sounds tricky when you hear really fast.
2 E's.
Oh God, this is somehow more confusing. Oh God.
Nobody knows what to call you, M.
I know, it's actually
Emily,
it's a whole
I'll say
thing.
Emily, and they're like,
who the fuck are you talking
MB?
about? I know, and then I say my last name, and they're like,
who the fuck is that?
B?
Beth?
It's okay, you follow. I got you.
It's fine.
I got you. I'll retweet you all the time.
Yeah.
But if you want to follow Wines and Dolls, social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and TikTok at Wines and Dolls. We just got a new follower named Regina Blake Dubois.
That's me. I mean, I was following them from the very beginning.
Yeah, totally.
If you enjoyed what you have listened to, please go ahead and press that 5-star review button. 5 stars, or that subscribe button.
Ooh, do that actually.
You can do that on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor,
Please.
Or anywhere you get your podcast. You can also email us at winesanddolls@gmail.com. Or if you want to become a Patreon member and see all of this on video, or at least part of it, or at least see some of it, maybe 30 seconds of it.
I look so good, honestly, y'all. My beat is right, my hair is right, the outfit is right. If you're going to become a Patreon member, do it to look at me.
Exactly.
Do it to look at them, because they're gorgeous naturally. I'm gorgeous.
I mean,
very fakely, inauthentically.
But you tried too, so it works.
Sounds too
You just woke up now.
name.
If you want to join our Patreon, you can find us at www.patreon.com/winesanddolls, where a live stream of Miss Regina Blake Dubois is posted. Our tiers start at $2. We will be doing future live streams, questions starting at $5 and up. If you want to see Regina do a death drop and become a $20 patron, we need 5 of those. To reach our goal, where we're getting new equipment and a probably better camera. 20, you got this. They're trying to do 20 for the camera, which you can see on Patreon at www.patreon.com/winesanddolls. Become a patron. And if you have any comments, please email them at winesanddolls@gmail.com. I think that's everything.
I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Emily.
And I'm Regina.
And this is
Wines and Dolls.
Bye.
Bye.